Max Verstappen's victory in the Spanish Grand Prix left him delighted. But it was the Mercedes garage that was the most euphoric following their first double podium of the 2023 Formula One season. The upgrades seem to have made the biggest impact for Mercedes, raising questions about their resurgence. Lewis Hamilton comfortably led the rest of the field, while George Russell's impressive climb from the 12 on the grid to secure the last podium spot ahead of Sergio Perez solidified Mercedes' second place in the Manufacturers' Championship. The team is feeling optimistic about their prospects. But before we proceed, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below if you like all things F1. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Will Mercedes continue to improve and become the strongest contender by the end of 2023? Or was this a fortunate occurrence? Can they challenge Red Bull later in the season? It's worth noting that Mercedes previously achieved a double podium finish in Brazil in 2022. The team's performance in Barcelona showcased a revitalization, with the updates proceeding according to plan. Lewis Hamilton claimed second place, and George Russell's remarkable sprint from 12th to 3rd stood up as a remarkable achievement. Reflecting on his impressive performance, Russell remarked, "We knew the challenge was significant. I initially thought I would be fighting for 5th or 6th place, so securing 3rd felt out of reach. However, our strategy and car were excellent. Aston Martin and Ferrari were also not as competitive as usual this time." The potential for a good result became evident to Mercedes after just 2 laps, with a perfect sensation in the car. The team's utilization of soft tires proved advantageous, despite a less promising outlook on Friday. However, Mercedes had to put in significant effort, working diligently on the simulator to fine-tune their preparations for the weekend. Lewis Hamilton commended, "On Friday, the balance was still off, but we worked on it overnight in the simulator with Mick's help." He further noted, "I couldn't match Max's lap times, but George's impressive comeback from 12th position caught my attention." This performance holds particular significance for Mercedes, as it showcased the true value of the upgrade package introduced on the W14 in Monaco. Such benefits could only be fully realized on a demanding circuit like the one in Catalonia. Toto Wolff expressed his satisfaction, saying, "I'm very pleased. We invested considerable effort in the car. We made bold decisions, completely changing the front suspension and revamping the aerodynamic concept. We may initially take a step back, similar to early days, but it worked out well today on race day." The Mercedes team principal remains cautiously optimistic, pointing out Max Verstappen's 26-second lead at the finish, which was likely closer to 15 or 16 seconds, considering Hamilton's deceleration towards the end. Toto Wolff emphasized the existing gap, stating, "But there's still a gap. I think it's 3 to 4 tenths per lap, and the conditions suited us. That's why we have to lower our expectations a bit." Hamilton shared a similar sentiment, expressing his doubt about their current car's chances against Red Bull. He remarked, "But we're working on improving the car. Although that's still a lot of work, they're making progress too. I hope by the end of the year we can catch them. It's even more important to challenge them from day one next year." Hamilton took the opportunity to commend the Mercedes workers after he and teammate George Russell secured 2nd and 3rd places at the Spanish Grand Prix. Despite the improvements made to the W14s, Mercedes made significant alterations to their car in Monaco, including the removal of the zero side pods. The upcoming race at Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya marks the package's first meaningful test on a more traditional course. On race day, Hamilton successfully overtook Ferrari's Carlos Sainz for 2nd place, while Russell's impressive surge from 12th to 3rd highlighted the team's raw pace. Reflecting on the progress Mercedes appeared to have made, Hamilton said, "This is what we're hoping for when we bought the upgrades. I mean, we hope for more in the sense of a bigger step. The actual performance step they told us was under 2 tenths, so it wasn't like that's still good. Not the step that everyone is working so hard towards, but we'll still take it." He added, "But this result is definitely what we're working towards." This is amazing, and it's down to all the great work that is going on with the people back at the factory, keeping their heads down. I hope everyone is feeling really proud back at the factory. Hamilton also praised George for his outstanding performance, stating, "George did a really good job today, so we delivered good points overall. We've just gotta try to keep this up for us to be quicker than the Ferraris and the Astons today was really impressive." When asked if their success was due to Aston Martin and Ferrari falling back rather than Mercedes leapfrogging, Hamilton responded, "That's not the way I look at it. I like to look at the glass half full, so I think we generally had better pace than them. Collectively as a team, we generally did a better job. We made fewer mistakes. We delivered throughout the sessions. A great strategy today, for example. So yeah." Mercedes' double podium finish propels them to second place in the Constructor standings, capitalizing on Aston Martin's underwhelming performance to jump from 1 point behind to 18 points ahead. Toto Wolff expresses his pleasant surprise and shares his thoughts on the racing, stating, "I'm really pleased with the hard work that has been done in Brackley and Brixworth, and happy for everyone in the team. It's a good result, but we need to be realistic too. The lower temperatures today and on Saturday really suited us. It was nice and fresh, not too hot nor too cold, and the car was in a mega window." Wolff adds, "We took a decision to go in another direction early in the season. It was a risky move, but everyone was just pushed forward, and we've got a good race car. We now need to just keep chipping away. We are a good team at grinding away. Once there is a clear direction, we just go for it. Let's keep our expectations real though. We've got a long way to go to catch Red Bull, but it's good to see we are moving in the right direction." Andrew Shovlin, the team's technical director, comments on Mercedes' development path and the recent results, saying, "It's great to see both cars on the podium again. It's been a while. We're obviously pleased with the result, but it's more satisfying to see the progress with the car. The team has been working flat out since the Bahrain test to bring improvements to the car, and it's nice to see that the recent updates appear to have brought performance. The drivers did a great job balancing the need to push to overtake today with the tire management requirements. The team also did really well optimizing the race. For sure, this track suits the car, especially on the long run, so we're realistic about our chances in Montreal. We seem to be moving in the right direction though, and that's the main thing. We've made good progress in the championship. Max is clearly out of arm's reach for us at the moment, but we had fun today, and we're looking forward to the next races." The team is understandably delighted and optimistic about their result in the Spanish GP, and this has not gone unnoticed within the paddock. Naturally, Lewis Hamilton's future has once again become a topic of discussion. However, attentive listeners could hear Hamilton expressing his hope to close the gap to Red Bull by the end of this year or at the start of next year. Does this imply that Hamilton will continue with Mercedes? Hamilton has hinted that he is nearing a new deal with Mercedes for 2024. Although the 38-year-old's current contract expires at the end of 2023, during the post-race press conference, he mentioned his desire for the W14 to make sufficient progress to challenge Red Bull consistently towards the end of the season. His primary focus is on commencing the 2024 season on equal terms with Red Bull. Regarding the prospect of driving the presumed Mercedes W15 next year, when asked if he would be in that car, Hamilton humorously responded, "I hadn't signed anything yet, but I think we're thinking of meeting with Toto Wolff tomorrow, so hopefully we can get something done." There were recent allegations of a Ferrari offer for Hamilton's services in 2024, but all parties involved, including Hamilton and Mercedes, have refuted such claims, affirming their commitment to renewing their partnership. Toto Wolff expressed his thoughts on Hamilton's contract extension, stating, "I think we just need to find time and sit over coffee. It's going to take half an hour." Wolff also discussed Hamilton's future following the Spanish GP. Hamilton acknowledged that his response to the contract question was not subtle hint. He further added, I mean, we've had so many meetings, so it's just another one of the meetings that we're having. When asked if it would be beneficial to put aside distraction of not having yet a deal in place for 2024, Hamilton responded, I mean, you can see today my results. My performance is not affected by that. It's always something that's at the back of your mind though. So once that's done, then you're able to focus more and think about the future. He also expressed his feelings about working with the team, stating, but as I said, I'm working as hard as I can with this team and see so much strength within the team. I think they're still so hungry, and the podium today was really special. I saw them in the distance at the back of the crowd. They're always at the back. But to be able to see the excitement in all the people I've worked with for such a long time is special. And when we go back right now, there'll be great energy within the office. These guys will take a moment to enjoy themselves and be happy, and then they'll dive back into the books and try to figure out what we can win the next race. That's what I love about them. As Lewis Hamilton hinted at a possible contract extension with Mercedes for 2024, the speculation about his future intensifies. Could we witness another season of Hamilton behind the wheel of the W15? Time will tell, but one thing's for sure. Hamilton's focus remains on closing the gap to Red Bull and starting the next season on equal terms. What are your thoughts on Mercedes' performance in Spain? Do you believe they can maintain their momentum and challenge Red Bull? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.